Hare Krishna Unnati, how are you?
Hare Krishna Mataji, I am fine. How are you?
I'm good. Hare Krishna. So we are starting Kirtan. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Prachari Paschatya Deshatarini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Jayo Jayo Prabhupada Jayo Jayo Prabhupada Jayo Jayo Prabhupada Jayo Jayo Prabhupada Nitai Gaur Premanande Hare Hare Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada की जय नमस्ते वैष्णव वृंद की जय
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Shani Mataji, Vijay Mataji.
Hare
Thank you
Krishna
so much. Hare Krishna. So, welcome to our weekly Lila Amrit class. We will begin the class now. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharne Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. So, we are at chapter 3 in our Prabhupada Leelamrit. Just opening the chapter. I think we are here. Mm. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta was often traveling and Abhay was busy with his family and business. So to arrange another meeting was not possible. Yet from their first encounter, Abhay had considered Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati his spiritual master, and Abhay began thinking of him always. I have met such a nice saintly person. Whenever possible, Abhay would seek out Srila Bhaktisiddhanta's disciples and members of the Gaudiya Math. So we see how uh, Prabhupada, after his first encounter, then he considered Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur as a spiritual master. So जो हमारी जो relationship है between a guru and a disciple is that of a heart connection. It is not so much of sitting in front of fire and getting a holy name or getting a Brahman Diksha. Main thing is a heart connection. And Prabhupada also said a couple of times that initiation is a formality, and main thing is surrender to the Guru. So whenever we surrender to the Guru, that is our initiation. As for Gandhi's movement, Gandhi had suffered a bitter setback when his non-violent followers had blundered and committed violence during a protest. The British had taken the opportunity to arrest Gandhi and sentence him to 6 years in jail. Although his followers still revered him, the nationalistic movement had lost much of its impetus. But regardless of that, Abhay was no longer interested. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati had defeated his idea that nationalistic cause was India's first priority. He had invoked Abhay's original Krishna consciousness, and Abhay now felt confident that Bhaktisiddhanta's mission was real priority. So nationalism was not a priority even when we were under a foreign rule. Actually, we may be very surprised that during the Muslim rule of Akbar, Vaishnavism spread very well. Akbar was very favorable to all the religions, and he was also very favorable to the Vaishnavas also, and he came even to Vrindavan. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta had invited him to preach, and from that moment, Abhay had wanted to join the Gaudiya Math as one of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati's disciples. But now, instead of his political inclinations, it was his family obligations that stood in the way, because he was married now. He was no longer thinking, first let us become an independent nation and then preach about Lord Chaitanya. Now he was thinking, I cannot take part like the others. I have my family responsibilities. So when we are a family, then we have to also do our duties properly. And the family was growing. In 1921, Abhay and his wife had their first child, a son. So 1921, they had a first child. There would be more children and more income would be needed. Earning money meant sacrificing time and energy. And it meant, at least externally, being distracted from the mission of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. Indian culture had the highest regard for the family institution, and divorce was unheard of. Even if a man was in a great financial difficulty, he would remain with his wife and children. Although Abhay expressed regret at not being a sannyasi disciple in the Gaudiya Math, he never seriously considered leaving his young wife so early in their marriage. Gaur Mohan was pleased to hear of his son's attraction to a Vaishnav guru, but he never expected Abhay to abandon responsibilities and enter the renounced order. A Vaishnav could remain with wife and family, practice spiritual life at home, and even become active in preaching. Hmm. Abhay would have to find ways to serve the mission of Bhaktisiddhant Saraswati as a family man. Abhay thought that if he were to become a very successful in business, then he could spend money not only to support his family, but also to help support Srila Bhaktisiddhant Saraswati's mission of spreading Krishna consciousness. An astrologer had even predicted that Abhay would become one of the wealthiest men in India, but with his present income, he could do little more than provide for his family's needs. He thought he might do better by trying to develop a business on his own. Hmm. Because running a business gives independence. That's why being an employee is considered lower than being running a business, because it gives you independence. One can do what one wants to do. Hmm, like this. Abhay expressed his feelings to Dr. Bose, who listened like a sympathetic father and suggested that Abhay become his agent for all of northern India. Abhay could purchase medicines, liniments, rectified spirits, toothpaste, and other items wholesale from Dr. Bose's factory and travel widely throughout northern India, building up his own business. Also, Abhay had enough experience with Bose laboratory that he could try to make and market some of his own medicines and products. Dr. Bose and Abhay decided that the centrally located city of Allahabad would be a good place for Abhay to make his headquarters. So क्या हुआ कि Prabhupada is thinking कि अगर मैं job he was working, who knows where he was working? अभी अभी इस chapter में नहीं, अभी we didn't read it in last class, in this class. So he was working with Dr. Bose only, who was his family friend. So जब उनको लगा कि how can I help, तो उनको लगा if I earn lot of money, then I can help my spiritual master by donating money for this cause of spreading Krishna consciousness. And then he thought कि better would be to run a business. और business के लिए क्या किया? He asked Dr. Bose only, and he shared with him his heart, and he said कि okay, you take my agency and you run. And उन्होंने कहाँ decide किया? First कि okay, I will run in northern India, I will give you my agency. और उन्होंने सोचा कि जो अलाहाबाद है, अगर वहाँ पर करेंगे, because it is centrally located in northern India, so it will be beneficial. In 1923, Abhay and his wife and child moved to Allahabad, a 12-hour train ride northwest from Kolkata. The British had once made Allahabad the capital of the United Provinces, and they had built many good buildings there, including buildings for a high court and university. Europeans and affluent Indian families like the Nehrus lived in a modern, paved, well-lit section of the town. There was also another older section with ancient narrow streets closely lined up with buildings and shops. Many Bengalis resided there, and it was here that Abhay decided to settle his family. ये भी देखते हैं हम बहुत सारे शहरों में एक पुराना, जैसे पुरानी दिल्ली, नई दिल्ली, है ना. You go to many cities in India, you find an older city and the newer city. Older is always crowded, and the newer one is a little better. So Allahabad भी ऐसे ही था. He had chosen Allahabad, traditionally known as Prayag, as a good location for business, but it was also one of the India's most famous places of pilgrimage. Similarly, I was remembering कि जब MP government, Madhya Pradesh government, when they came and they approached ISKCON to make a temple in one of their holy cities, Ujjain. And then many people thought, it's a very small city. Who will go there? How a temple will prosper in a small town? And Guru Maharaj said that
It's a place where Krishna spent his time. It is one of the most holiest and ancient cities in India. And I thought, yes, it'll be good. Mm. So among all the GBCs, then Guru Maharaj took the initiative. Okay, I will manage it, like that. Situated at the confluence of the three holiest rivers of India, the Ganga, Jamuna, and Saraswati, Allahabad was the site of two of India's most widely attended spiritual events, the annual Magh Mela and the Kumbh Mela, which took place every 12 years. दो दो फेमस हैं, एक माघ मेला और एक कुंभ मेला. कुंभ मेला जो है 12 साल के बाद लगता है, और माघ मेला जो जनवरी में मकर संक्रांति आती है, then everybody goes there to take a bath. And in search of spiritual purification, millions of pilgrims from all over India would converge here each year at the time of full moon in the month of Magh, January, and bathe at the junction of the three sacred rivers. It's a very special place. आप में से कोई गया है इलाहाबाद में, त्रिवेणी में? किसी ने कोई नहाया है? कोई नहीं नहाया? हाँ. Okay. Many years back I went. I was not a Krishna conscious, but I went. I was in a job, and we had some business there, and I went, and I don't know what prompted me, but I went and took a dip there. They took in a boat, और फिर वहाँ जाके you can take a small, I don't even remember, I don't think so I took a bath, but I just went there. और वहाँ जाके I still remember, उसने बोला कि अबे एक नोट रख दीजिए, अब या दान दीजिए, नोट दीजिए, जो बोट वाले होते हैं. सो मैंने कहा ठीक है, तो कोई पैसे निकाल के रख दे. इट वॉज मे बी 15-20 साल पहले. सो उन्होंने बोला नहीं सिक्का नहीं, नोट रखिए, नोट. मैं कहा ठीक है, नोट दे देते हैं. पर मुझे लगा नोट तो गीला हो जाएगा, बट अब वो कह रहे हैं नोट रखिए, तो नोट रख दिया कि लो जी. मैंने यहाँ से नोट रखा, उसने बोट घुमाई और नोट उठा लिया. एक इन 20 seconds he picked up the note. एंड देन आई रियलाइज कि अगर पैसे सिक्के डालेंगे तो डूब जाएंगे, और नोट डालेंगे तो बोट मैन he catches that, or the holy man, I don't remember. Abey's home at 60 Barshahi Mundi consisted of a few rented rooms. For his business, he rented a small shop in the commercial center of the city at Johnston Gang Road, where he opened his dispensary, Prayag Pharmacy, and began selling medicines and tinctures, syrups, and other products manufactured by Bose Laboratory. He met an Allahabad physician, Dr. Ghosh, who was interested in a business partnership. So Abey asked him to become his attending physician and move his office to Prayag Pharmacy. Dr. Ghosh consented and closed his own shop, Tropical Pharmacy. तो ये बड़ी बार देखते हैं, अभी तो नहीं होता है, और पहले क्या है कि कोई जो दवाई बेचने वाले हैं या कोई है, वो डॉक्टर की दुकान में ही बैठते थे, और जब डॉक्टर दवाई देते थे, हाँ, वही बाहर से दवाई देते थे, like this. So both will, it's a win-win situation, like this. At Prayag Pharmacy, Dr. Ghosh would diagnose patients and give medical prescriptions, which Abhay would fill. Dr. Ghosh would then receive 25% commission from the sale of the prescriptions. जो मैं पढ़ रहा था, मैं देख रहा था, हम बोलते हैं आजकल डॉक्टर सब जगह पैसे लेते हैं, पर ये इतने साल पहले भी देखिए यही था चलन, कि जो डॉक्टर है जितनी उसने लिखी है, वो अपनी फीस तो लेता ही है, और जितनी जो दवाई की उनकी इनकम हो रही है, उसका 25% he will take. Abhay and Dr. Ghosh became friends. They would visit each other's home. They treated each other's children like their own family members. Often they discussed their aspirations for increasing profits. Dr. Ghosh, Abhay, was a business-minded man. We were all God-fearing, of course. In every home, we have a small temple, and we must have deities. But he used to always talk about business and how to meet family expenses. Although at home, Abhay wore a kurta and dhoti, sometimes for business, he would dress in a shirt and pants. He was a good-looking, full-mustached, energetic young man in his late 20s. He and Radharani Dey now had 2 children. A daughter was born after they had been in Allahabad 1 year. Gaur Mohan, who was now 75, had come to live with him, as had Abhay's widowed sister Rajeshwari and her son Tulsi. Gaur Mohan mostly stayed at home, chanted on his beads, and worshipped the Shaligram Shila, deity of Krishna. He was satisfied that Abhay was doing right. Abhay was satisfied to have his father living comfortably with him and freely worshipping Krishna. Abhay led a busy life. He was intent on building his business. By 8 a.m., he would go to his pharmacy where he would meet Dr. Ghosh and begin his day's work. At noon, he would come home and then he would return to pharmacy in the late afternoon. He had purchased a large Buick for 8,000 rupees, and although he never drove it himself, he let his nephew, a good driver, use it for his taxi business. Occasionally, Abhay would use the car on his own business excursions, and his nephew would then act as his chauffeur. So प्रभुपाद उन्होंने क्या किया, एक ब्यूक गाड़ी खरीदी, और जो ब्यूक गाड़ी है वो अपने एक रिश्तेदार को दी जो उसको टैक्सी की तरह चलाता था, और जब प्रभुपाद को चाहिए होता था, then Prabhupada will use him and he will drive Prabhupada as a chauffeur or a driver. It so happened that both Motilal Nehru and his son Jawaharlal were customers at Prayag Pharmacy. Because Jawaharlal would always order Western medicines, Abhay thought he must have felt that Indians' ways were inferior. Once Jawaharlal approached Abhay for a political contribution, and Abhay donated, being a conscientious merchant. During the day, Abhay would talk with his customers and other friends who would stop by, and they would tell him many things. A former military officer used to tell Abhay stories of World War I. He told how Marshal Foch in France had one day ordered the killings of thousands of Belgian refugees whose maintenance had become a burden on him on the battlefield. A Mohammedan gentleman, a member of a royal family in Afghanistan, would come daily with his son to sit and chat. Abhay would listen to his visitors and converse pleasantly and make up their prescriptions. But his thoughts kept returning to his meeting with Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati. So we should also think how many times we think about Prabhupada or our Guru Maharaj, how many times our thoughts go back to our spiritual mentor. He went over it again and again in his mind, how he had looked, his mannerisms, what he had said. At night, Abhay would go home to his wife and children. Radharani was a chaste and faithful wife who spent her days cooking, cleaning, and caring for her two children. But she was not inclined to share her husband's interest in things spiritual. He could not convey to her his feelings about Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati. Abhay, his wife, their two children, Gaur Mohan, Abhay's younger brother, Krishna Charan, Abhay's widowed sister, Rajeshwari, and her son Tulsi Das all went together to an Allahabad studio for a family portrait. The photo showed Abhay in his late 20s. Oh, let me try if I can show you. Or you can Google. Any one of you can Google Abhay Charan's picture. This picture which I am describing. Shivani Mataji, you can try to Google Abhay Prabhupada's picture before initiation. He will be sitting with his family. Just Google. And if it comes, then please show it on here. And I will describe the picture which is being described here. Abhay's widowed sister Rajeshwari and her son Tulsi Das all went together to an Allahabad studio for a family portrait. पहले जब पिक्चर खिंचाने जाते थे तो फिल्म स्टूडियो में जाना पड़ता, फोटो स्टूडियो में जाना पड़ता था, वहां पर फोटो खींचते थे. The photo shows Abhay in his late 20s.
I
He's
found
thin and dark with a full mustache. His forehead is broad and his eyes dark and clear. एक बार किसी ने पूछा, अच्छा आप फोटो देखेंगे फिर I will tell you. His forehead is broad, his eyes dark and clear. He wears a white kurta and dhoti and plain dark slippers. He sits in his chair, his wife standing behind him, an attractive young woman in white khadi sari with a fine line of color on the border. Her slim arms rest behind Abhay's head on the back of his chair, her small hand gripping the edge of the chair. Oh, this is the picture?
Yes, Prabhuji, should I share?
Please share, Mataji. Yes, this is the picture. Yes, please share, Mataji. This is the picture which is being described here. He sits in a chair with his wife standing behind him. So you can see the wife standing behind, and that is Abhay Charan or Srila Prabhupada with this small son on his lap on the left side. Mm. Her slim arms rest behind Abhay's head on the back of his chair, her small hand gripping the edge of the chair. Her left hand hangs by her side, gripped in a fist. She is barefoot. With his left hand, Abhay steadies his 2-year-old boy, Pacha, Prayagraj, a glaring infant. You can see how he's looking on the camera. The boy seeming to squirm, his baby legs and bare feet dangling by his mother's knees. Abhay seemed a bit amused by the son on his lap. Abhay is a handsome Indian man, his wife an attractive woman, both young. And behind Abhay stands his nephew Tulsi and his brother Krishna Charan. Sitting on the far right is Abhay's sister Rajeshwari, dressed in a widow's white sari, holding Sulakshman, Abhay's daughter, on her lap. Sulakshman is also squirming, her foot jutting towards the photographer. In the center sits Gaur Mohan. His face is shriveled and his whole body is emaciated with age. Emaciated means is very thin. He is also wearing a white kurta and dhoti. His hands seem to be moving actively on his lap, perhaps with palsy. Palsy is a disease where your hands start uh, seems a little paralytic, you can say, or shake. He is short and small and old. So this is the picture जब वो इलाहाबाद में थे. So तब उन्होंने ये पिक्चर स्टूडियो में, फोटो स्टूडियो में जाके क्लिक कराई. और एक बार Prabhupada, I think he was in West, or somebody asked that one of the disciple, he kept a mustache, or like that, or I think Prabhupada asked, or some disciple asked कि उन्होंने भक्त से पूछा कि आपने मूछें क्यों रख ली? So he said, Prabhupada, because they were very innocent. So they said, Prabhupada, we saw a picture. You also had a mustache. Then Prabhupada said, yes, but that was before initiation. After initiation, I never kept mustache like that. Thank you, Shivani Mataji. Abhay traveled frequently throughout northern India, intent on expanding his sales. It was not unusual for him to be gone for a few days in a week, and sometimes a week or more at a time, as he traveled from one city to another. The pharmaceutical industry was just beginning in India, and doctors, hospitals, and pharmacies were eager to buy from the competent, gentlemanly agent who called on them from Bose Laboratory of Calcutta. He would travel by train and stay in hotels. He liked the feeling of freedom from home that traveling afforded, but the real drive was servicing accounts, getting new ones. That was his business. Riding in a third-class unreserved compartment was often uncomfortable. The only seats were benches, which were often dirty, and passengers were permitted to crowd on without reservation. But that is how Abhay traveled hundreds of miles every week. As the train moved between towns, he would see the numberless small villages and then the country land that spread out before him on either side of the tracks. At every stop, he would hear the cries of the tea vendors as they walked alongside the train windows. Chai, chai. Tea, the British had introduced it, and now millions of Indians were convinced that they could not get through the morning without their little glass of hot tea. As a strict Vaishnav, Abhay never touched it, but his wife, much to his displeasure, was becoming a regular tea drinker. Although Abhay was accustomed to dressing as a European businessman, he never compromised his strict Vaishnav principles. Most of his fellow Bengalis had taken up fish eating, But Abhay was always careful to avoid non-Vaishnav foods, even at the hotels. Once at a vegetarian hotel, the Empire Hindu Hotel in Bombay, he was served onions, and sometimes hotel people tried to serve him mushrooms, garlic, even eggs, but all of these he carefully avoided. Keeping a small semblance of his home routine, he would take his bath early in the morning with cold water. He followed this routine year round, and when in Saharanpur he did so during the bitter cold weather, the hotel keeper was greatly surprised. Hmm. This also happened एक बार प्रभुपाद जब after ISKCON opened, there was a big 1970, uh, must be 75, 76. There was a big Kumbh Mela, or Prabhupada had gone there. In fact, that's where I think even before that. So there was a big Kumbh Mela, or Prabhupada had gone there, or Prabhupada saw that observed that many of his disciples were not taking early morning bath. Prabhupada will take a bath in the afternoon with a little warm water, but it was very cold. You can imagine कि जनवरी के अंदर और गंगा के तट के ऊपर freezing cold in Allahabad. और जो वेस्टर्न डिसाइपल्स थे दे वर नॉट यूज टू टेकिंग बाथ विद कोल्ड वाटर, और वार्म वाटर वहाँ होता ही नहीं था, बिकॉज आपको लकड़ी जला के पानी गर्म करना, इट वॉज वेरी ऑस्टियर सर्कमस्टांसेस. सो एक दो दिन प्रभुपाद ने देखा कि, और जब ऑब्जर्व किया कि कोई भी जो डिसाइपल है वो सुबह सुबह अर्ली मॉर्निंग मीन्स 4 o'clock. Early morning doesn't mean 9 o'clock. So early morning means 4 o'clock in the morning. Nobody's taking bath, none of his disciples. Then what Prabhupada did, and that one morning he got up at 4 o'clock and he went to a hand pump and put his head under it and started pumping the hand pump and took a bath with a bucket and he took a bath. Or he didn't say anything. He didn't say to people, why you're not taking. But seeing a 70-year-old person taking a bath early in the morning, then all the disciples, they felt very ashamed. And next day morning, they started taking early morning bath. So this is a very cultured way to teach others. And even to your disciples, he didn't say anything. He just went one morning and took a bath. Abhay conversed with many people in his travels. A doctor in Dhaka told him that on his way to the office, he had passed a farmer talking to a friend and could tell by the sound of the farmer's cough that the farmer would die within few hours. Another doctor told Abhay that he had just come from seeing a pneumonia patient who was defying nature and medical science by continuing to live. He met a Mohammedan doctor in Gaya who lamented that he had just lost a patient, although he had given the man the very best medicine. Such accounts from men of medical profession confirmed Abhay's conviction that without God's sanction, no one could be saved. Not that he ever thought of his medical sales as philanthropic work. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati had already convinced him that the only way to save a person was by giving him Krishna consciousness. आज मैं सुन रहा था एक प्रॉपर डिसाइपल, मूल प्रकृति माता जी. आई हैड नेवर हर्ड दिस नेम बिफोर. मूल प्रकृति, ओरिजिनल नेचर, दिस आर ट्रांसलेशन. मूल प्रकृति माता जी तो बता रही थी कि कैसे प्रभुपाद और पुरी महाराज, भक्ति प्रमोद पुरी महाराज, वन ऑफ हिज गॉड ब्रदर्स, और they had a very sweet relationship. Or after Prabhupada left, then he told Mataji कि आपके गुरु महाराज और जो मेरे गुरु भाई थे, क्योंकि they were both disciples of भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर, कि उन्होंने मेरी बहुत मदद की, और जाते हुए भी उन्होंने मुझे एक बहुत एक उत्तम गिफ्ट देकर गए. और when Prabhupada, he was about to leave his body, it was in 77 November, and जब भक्ति प्रमोद पुरी महाराज आए तो उन्होंने प्रभुपाद ने बोला कि आप मेरे के लिए कि मैं वृंदावन में, he wanted to go on a Vrindavan parikrama or Govardhan parikrama, but the disciples didn't agree, many of them, because he was very frail. So Prabhupada said, I want to go for a parikrama, so if you can sing uh, Jai Radha, Jai Madhav, uh, Jai Radha, Madhav, if you sing, then it will be very nice. Or Prabhupada also said, कि when my Guru Maharaj was leaving his body, then you wanted to sing. But that time, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur asked Sridhar Maharaj, another very senior disciple, to sing Radha Ashtakam. So he said, now, can you please sing for me? Then Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj, he sang Jai Radhe, Jai Radha Madhav, Kunj Bihari. And that Moon Prakriti Mata said that Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj वो भजन किया और दोनों ने आंखें बंद करके, and she said they were both crying. Both of them started crying. And जब Puri Maharaj ने बंद किया अपना कीर्तन, then Prabhupada said thank you. And Prabhupada said that you have sang for me, then allow me some service. And then he asked for his one of his servants or disciples to bring something. And they brought a Mahaprasad. And then Prabhupada offered that to him. You take this. And he said, now I have touched it. And Prabhupada touched it. It was halwa. So he says, you please honor this. Or Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj said that after I ate, honored that prasadam, which was touched by Srila Prabhupada's hand, I felt that I got so many realizations. I got so much mercy just while eating that prasadam. और उन्होंने बोला कि बाद में उन्होंने माता जी को बताया कि आप जो स्वामी महाराज थे या प्रभुपाद थे, उन्होंने मुझे एक और बहुत उत्तम गिफ्ट दिया. और उन्होंने बोला कि उन्होंने मेरे कान में बोला कि every single human is qualified to receive Krishna's mercy. He said, this is what he said in my ear. Every single soul is qualified to receive Krishna's mercy. So he said it was a big thing for me, or because of Prabhupada. He says, among all our God brothers, nobody pleased Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur as much as your Srila Prabhupada. But because Srila Prabhupada told me like this in my ear, then I also could do some service. Which means he also preached with a little different consciousness to see others. That he said, I can never forget that line, that every soul is qualified to receive Krishna's mercy. So we'll read on. On one business trip, it was in 1925, he traveled through Agra, only 40 miles south of Vrindavan. Taking the opportunity, he made his first visit to the holy Vrindavan. Fulfilling his childhood aspiration, he loved the sight of Vrindavan, but he could spend only a day or two. Even a single day away from his sales work could be critical. As a reverent pilgrim, Abhay visited a few temples, especially the principal temples established by the followers of Lord Chaitanya. But he had to move on. There were also risks in traveling. Once he was sitting in a train compartment in Mathura station when a monkey suddenly entered and took away his belongings. Only early one morning before dawn, while he was on his way to Kanpur in a two-wheeled horse carriage, the horse was going at a fast trot when suddenly it hit a large heap of rubbish in the middle of the road. The carriage turned upside down. Horse, driver, and carriage all landed in a heap, and Abhay was thrown into the air. जो टांगा है, सो टांगा जा रहा है और रास्ते में कूड़ा पड़ा था और घोड़ा फिसल गया, तो सारा टांगा जो पूरा का पूरा जो टांगा हवा में उछला, घोड़ा भी गिर गया, जो टांगे वाला था वो भी गिर गया. But you will see what happened to Prabhupada. So Abhay was thrown into the air, but he landed unharmed, feeling as though he had just changed to another seat. Because Abhay sat but said nothing, the driver thought he had been knocked unconscious and became anxious. The passenger was all right. however, and the driver considered it a miracle since the car had so violently ejected him. Abhay took it that he had been saved by Krishna, and he remembered similar incidents, starting with his childhood when his clothing had caught on fire, and Krishna had always protected him. This Prabhupada, this is अगर आप जब आप बाद में लीलामृत पढ़ेंगे, I think it will come in लीलामृत, that incident when he was in, I think in Mauritius, और उनकी जो कार है उसका एक्सीडेंट हो जाता है. They are on a turn driving fast, और एक टर्न के ऊपर I think the other car is on mistake and they come and hit Prabhupada's car and he gets injured. And that time also, Prabhupada, he never uttered a single word. He just kept, he had cuts on his legs, on his hands. And you can imagine कि जो भक्त थे जो उस वक्त प्रभुपाद के साथ, they were shocked, you know, and that he is there and he has cuts on his legs and hands. And he didn't utter a single word. Nothing. Prabhupada didn't say anything at all. For 5 years, Abhay traveled widely out of Allahabad, and when he was home, he put in long hours at dispensary. But he also spent time with his wife and played with his children. Srila Prabhupada. When my son was about 2 years old, he was very naughty and always doing some mischief. This is a very good example how to tackle naughty childs. Suniye dhyan se. My friends used to visit me and call my son Pacha. Pacha, if you sit down for 1 minute silently, I will give you a gift. But the boy failed. He could not sit down even for a minute. There was a table fan and Pacha was wanting to touch it. I said, no, don't touch. But again he tried to touch it. So my friend said, just lower the speed and let him touch it. So I unplugged the fan and then he touched it. It did not harm him, but it hit his finger with a loud noise. Tongue. And then he would not touch again. I would ask him, touch again, but he would not. जो टेबल फैन होते हैं, पता नहीं आप लोगों से कितने लोगों ने टेबल फैन देखे हैं. पहले टेबल फैन होते थे और उसके अंदर बच्चों को बड़ा शौक होता था उंगली डाल के देखने का. तो छोटा सा जो बच्चा है वो उंगली डालने चाहता था उसके अंदर, 2 साल का, और वो he couldn't put, and Prabhupada said, then I think it was Prabhupada's either Mamaji or Mamaji's son who told कि let him do it. You just switch off the fan. जब स्पीड कम हो जाए then ask him to do. जोर से हाथ लगा और बच्चा डर गया. फिर उसके बाद प्रभुपाद ने बोला भी डालो, then he would not put. As soon as his daughter Sulakshman could speak, he began teaching her Bengali translation of the prayer Guru Ashtakam. Sansara Dava Nalali Duloka. देखिए. When she started learning, which begins, the spiritual master is receiving benedictions from the ocean of mercy. Just as a cloud pours water on the forest fire to extinguish it, the spiritual master extinguishes the blazing fire of material life, of repeated birth and death. Except for his obligatory travels, Abhay stayed at home and satisfied his family. He tended diligently to his business as it prospered. It was Kumbh Mela, January 1928. Bhakti Pradeep Tirth Maharaj of the Gaudiya Mutt had come to Allahabad with a few men. One day he walked unannounced into Prayag pharmacy, and all of a sudden Abhay was seeing them again after so many years. Oh, these are the people I saw before, he thought. Gaudiya Mutt, yes, come in. Bhakti Pradeep Tirth Swami was the same sannyasi who had visited Narendranath Malik in Calcutta, a visit that had led to Abhay's going to visit Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. Folding his palms in a humble gesture, standing before Abhay in a simple saffron khadi robes, his shaven head with a tuft of shikha in the back, his forehead marked with Vaishnav Tilak, Tirth Maharaj said to Abhay, we are new here. We are going to establish a temple in Allahabad. We have heard your name, so we have come here to you. Please help us. So the Bhakti जो है ये प्रदीप तीर्थ महाराज यही कोलकाता आए थे, और जब ये आए थे तभी भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर he visited, and Prabhupada met his spiritual master that time. Abhay was joyful. Yes, I will help you. He contributed what money he could and then introduced Tirth Maharaj to Dr. Ghosh, who also contributed. Abhay invited Gaudiya Math devotees to come to his home and hold a bhajan and lecture. His wife would cook prasadam. They accepted, but when they arrived, there was a misunderstanding. Gaur Mohan, who was invalid, was staying in his room upstairs. Please come down, Abhay called. There's a meeting of the Gaudiya Math. Gaur Mohan came downstairs, but he saw the sadhus. He mistook them from impersonalists from a non-devotional mission. He had not heard correctly what Abhay had said. Gaur Mohan took his seat, but he observed the saffron cloth men sullenly and even made a critical remark. Abhay, who was enlivened at the opportunity to associate with the Vaishnavas and hear from them Krishna Katha, could not understand his father's behavior. Then, as soon as Bhakti Pradeep Tirth Swami began his lecture, Gaur Mohan understood, oh, they are Vaishnavas. He cried. Old and invalid as he was, he immediately fell down at their feet. I misunderstood you, sir. I thought you were sannyasis from another mission. I am glad to meet you. After Kumbh Mela, Pradeep Tirth Swami left, but 5 or 6 brahmacharis, disciples of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, stayed on in Allahabad, maintaining a small mutt headquarters. They worshipped the deity, held an evening program of kirtan and lecture, and preached actively to the local people. अभी भी ISKCON के अंदर this is a standard formula that devotees go to the new place, they meet people, they seek some donation, they take some place on rent, then they start the morning program. They usually in ISKCON जब भी कोई मंदिर खुलता है तो सबसे जो पहले डीटीज आते हैं वो जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी के आते हैं, क्योंकि उनकी सेवा में जगन्नाथ जी अपराध नहीं लेते हैं. सो पहले जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा आते हैं, then Gaur Nitai, and then Radha Krishna Vigraha comes. And then they do kirtan, they do lectures and preach to the local people. The devotees in charge, Atul Nand Brahmachari, would visit the homes of Allahabad citizens, trying to solicit subscriber members for the mutt. For half a rupee per month, a person would receive a subscription to the Gaudiya Math magazine. In the course of his door-to-door soliciting, Atulnand knocked on the door of Abhay Charan Day. Abhay received him very hospitably and offered him some rice and fruit. Abhay was very receptive to the philosophy and relished discussions with Atulanand, who made it a point to visit Mr. Day repeatedly and speak with him about Lord Chaitanya and Bhagavad Gita. Abhay also inquired into the recent activities of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. By now, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta had established the Gaudiya printing works in Calcutta and had begun to publish Srimad Bhagavatam in several volumes with his own annotations. He had also published an edited version of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat from his center in Dhaka. He had opened centers in Bhubaneswar, Madras, and Puri. Abhay's interest was insatiable. Atulanand told him how in 1925, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati had led a big procession circumambulating the holy land of Navadvip, with deities riding on the backs of gorgeously decorated elephants, and with devotees from all parts of India attending. Envious professional priests who opposed Srila Bhaktisiddhanta's acceptance of disciples from all castes had employed a gang to help them hurl bricks and rocks on the procession. But Srila Bhaktisiddhanta had continued undaunted. In 1926, he had toured throughout India, preaching the message of Lord Chaitanya. He had also installed deities in the large temples of Sri Chaitanya Math in Mayapur. And a year ago, he had begun publishing his magazine, Sajjan Toshni, in 3 languages, including an English edition called Harmonist. After several visits and hours of discussions on the activities and philosophy of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, Atulanand brought Mr. Day to Allahabad Ashram. Shortly thereafter, the mutt relocated to a rented house on the South Malaka Street near Rambagh, just a short walk from Abhay's house. Now it was possible for Abhay to visit every evening. After work, he would attend the mutt, where he would play the mridang, surprising the brahmacharis with his already developed mridanga playing skills. He sang bhajans with them and sometimes took the lead part in congregational singing. He would also bring important persons from Allahabad to visit the mutt. For the brahmacharis, Abhay seemed to give a new life to their ashram. And for Abhay, new life had come to him in his reunion with the disciples of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. Huh? So we'll read till here now today. This is a different part of Prabhupada's early life. After marriage, children are born, and how he set up his pharmacy there. Okay, so we can do some question answer. सब सो तो नहीं गए थे मेरे पढ़ते पढ़ते? Huh? Okay, let me also remember what I remember by reading it. Okay, first, a tough one. Okay, tell me, and the elders can also participate. They should not feel shy in front of kids. Kids are very bright, but elders ko bhi number dena chahiye. So, which is the year where Prabhupada went to Vrindavan first time? Which year? Which was the year? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Prabhuji, it was 1925.
Yes, Hari Bol. Yes, Mataji. It was 1925. And he went to Vrindavan for the first time in his life. And he stayed there only for 1 or 2 days. Okay. What was the name of Prabhupada's daughter? Yes, Shivani Mata is saying Sulakshman. Yes, the name was.
प्रभु जी वो राजेश्वरी माता जी की डॉटर थी या प्रभुपाद की डॉटर थी?
One second, Mataji. It was written. She was Prabhupada's, not Prabhupada's daughter.
I don't think.
Okay, maybe I am mistaken.
Yes.
हाँ? उसके पिक्चर के नीचे होगा ना माताजी?
Yes, Prabhuji, Prabhupada's daughter.
Prabhupada's daughter. Okay, thank you. Ruchi Mataji is saying she was Prabhupada's sister. No, not sister. Sister was Rajeshwari.
Yes, and she had son.
Tulsidas. Okay, now an easy one from children. Easy one. What was the name of Prabhupada's business in Allahabad? Very easy. What was the name of his business in Allahabad? The name, okay, I'll give you a hint. It was called Dash Pharmacy. No? Nobody remembers? Or it is also second hint. It is the name is also the city's name. Old Allahabad का जो पुराना नाम था. What was Allahabad's old name? Nobody remembers? What is the earlier? I think now also they've changed the name. They've changed, I think, Allahabad's name. Yes, Ruchi Mataji is saying Prayag Pharmacy. Yes. The name is Prayag Pharmacy. Okay. Now a little tough one. At what time Prabhupada used to open his pharmacy? Who remembers? वो कितने बजे खोलते थे? जब आपने अपने वहाँ बिजनेस में जाते थे, कितने बजे खोलते थे? सुबह सुबह? Yes, Mohit Prabhu is saying 8 a.m. Yes, 8 बजे. 8 बजे he used to open his okay. Who was Krishna Charan? Who was Krishna Charan? Who remembers who's Krishna Charan? Yes, Prisha?
He was Prabhupada's brother.
Yes, oh, it's a very difficult. ये तो मैंने बहुत टंग ट्विस्टर पूछा था. So wonderful, Prisha. So wonderful. Okay. Yes, he was Prabhupada's younger brother. Hmm? Wonderful. Very nice. How do you remember it? I'm so surprised. Huh?
I also don't know what you have told us, so I have remembered it.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Very nice. Okay. और जब प्रभुपाद जाते थे ट्रेन के अंदर तो वो कौन सी क्लास में ट्रेवल करते थे? AC 2 टायर, AC 3 टायर, फर्स्ट क्लास, सेकंड क्लास? Who remembers? Yes, Ruchi Mataji. Yes, Vanya, tell.
He traveled in the third class train.
Third class, yes. Ruchi Mataji is also saying third class. Yes, he used to travel in third class. मुझे पता नहीं आप में से कोई थर्ड क्लास में कभी किसी ने देखी हुई है कि नहीं. अब तो शायद I don't think so they have third class now. It used to मुझे नहीं पता. बट कभी ट्रेन में जाते थे हम लोग तो देखते थे थर्ड क्लास का बुरा हाल. The worst compartment used to be the third class compartment. It was literally third class. तो उसमें बैठ के हम hundreds of miles, it said 100 of miles he used to travel every week. Okay. और उनका क्या नाम था सन्यासी का जो इलाहाबाद में गौड़िया मठ को का सेंटर खोलने के लिए आए और अनअनाउंस प्रभुपाद के पास पहुंच गए, जिसका लास्ट में हमने पढ़ा था कि जब कुंभ मेला का टाइम था 1928 में और गौड़िया मठ से क्या नाम था उनका सन्यासी का जो आए? Yes, Shivani Mata is saying Bhakti Pradeep Tirth Maharaj. Yes. Who was the same sannyasi who had come to Calcutta, and due to his visit, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur also came, and they met. Prabhupada met his spiritual master that time. Okay, so we have our session over. Now tell me, anybody wants to share from the kids anything you have heard in your classes of Leela about Prabhupada? Anything small or sweet you remember? Anybody remembers? Vedanshi, Prisha, Unnati और कौन है? वान्या. आज बच्चा पार्टी कम है. Any of you remember anything? Oh. Okay, let me ask the elders. If elders, yes, Prisha, go ahead.
In Leela Amrit, I like one thing that the daughter of Shyam Sundar Prabhu, Saraswati, eat some donuts and all the things, but Prabhupada ji likes Sandesh.
Yes, the little daughter Saraswati, Malti Mataji and Shyam Sundar Prabhu's daughter. She was always around Prabhupada. Wonderful. Thank you. Yes, Vanya?
I really like that incident कि जब जैसे जगन्नाथ जी, बलदेव और सुभद्रा महारानी उन सबको जगन्नाथ जी को प्रभुपाद जी के डिसाइपल्स जो है उठा के गार्डन में ले गए थे और वहां पे मजे से कीर्तन कर रहे थे. फिर प्रभुपाद जी ने जब देखा तो उन्हें पहले बहुत बुरा लगा कि ऐसे नहीं लेकर जाते उठा के. फिर जब उन्होंने जाके देखा तो उन्होंने देखा ये कितना एंजॉय कर रहे हैं. वो वाला इंसिडेंट मेरे को बहुत अच्छा लगता है.
और उसी इंसिडेंट के बाद then Prabhupada felt that Jagannath ji wants to go out. He has not come to America to stay indoor. He has come to give his kripa to all the Malechas and Yavans, all the fallen people of the world. He has come. जैसे जगन्नाथपुरी में भी बाहर आते हैं जगन्नाथ जी जब रथ यात्रा होती है. He comes out and then anybody can take darshan, anybody can pull the ropes of the rath, anybody can take darshan. Everybody is no distinction. So ऐसे जब वो पहली बार गए और जैसे आपने बताया They took the deities out, and then Prabhupada was upset. But when he felt, then he told them they don't go like this. They go with lot of pomp and show, and deities don't go like this. A lot of pomp and show they go. And today, till last year, अभी तो lockdown के अंदर everything is in a different circumstances. But ISKCON के अंदर they say every day, I think there are 1 or 2 Rath Yatras somewhere in the world. Every single day. Can you believe? Jagannath is so merciful, Lord Jagannath, that I think we have more than, I don't remember, I think 400 or 500 or even more, 600 Rath Yatras every year. Some part of the world, there is some Rath Yatra going every single day. Wonderful. Yes, Vedanshi?
प्रभु जी मुझे वो वाला इंसिडेंट सबसे अच्छा लगा जब जो कॉप्स होते हैं वो प्रभुपाद जी को हिप्पीज दे देते हैं, जैसे हमसे नहीं समझ रहे, आप संभालो उन्हें।
I don't recollect. क्या दे देते हैं उनको? Hippies?
या वो हिप्पीज को दे देते होते कि हमसे नहीं समझ रहे, आप संभालो।
What time? You remember, Ronnie Prabhu? What is the time? She's
Yes,
speaking?
Prabhu. It was in San Francisco. The cops would come and they would bring in the hippies who were like drug addicts, and they would say, the hippies when they come here, they change.
Oh, okay.
Now we cannot handle these hippies and these men. Now you take care of these. So they would come. Yes, it was.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you, Vedanshi. Unnati, you want to share something? No? Okay, no problem. Unnati has unmanifested herself. Okay. ठीक है. So हमारा time भी हो गया. It's already 8, almost 8:30. So thank you so very much. Please, I'm so happy Mohit Prabhu was sharing how all of you are reading Prabhupada Leelamrit. और मैंने सुना आप लोगों में से कुछ लोगों ने Prabhupada Leelamrit book भी खरीद ली है. किसने खरीदी है? Who has bought? Vanya. अच्छा. And Unnati also. Wonderful. Wonderful. अगर मैं बड़ों से पूछूंगा यहाँ पर किनके पास प्रभुपाद लीलामृत है, not so many hands will raise up, but you are so fortunate because of your wonderful devotee teachers, you are hearing Prabhupada Leelamrit and also you bought the book also. So wonderful.
And Prabhuji, Dhaval and Soumya also.
Acha, Dhaval and Soumya also. Wonderful. Very nice. So read Prabhupada Leelamrit. That is a book which teaches us how to live life which is given in Srimad Bhagavatam. Prabhupada is giving how to live a life which is given in Bhagavatam. His whole life is Bhagavatam applied practically. So thank you so very much. It was my pleasure to read Prabhupada Leelamrit on Ekadashi with all of you wonderful devotees. So we'll end the class now. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhubheva Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mother.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
so
Thank you,
much.
Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्णा
Krishna.
प्रभु जी,
Hare
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी,
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु
Hare Krishna.